Today we are going over some of the many victims of Penguin0, aka Moist Critical, or governmentally known as Charlie. For those of you who do not know who Charlie is, he's a commentary channel who likes to talk on a range of different subjects and is basically like the dad of YouTube. If he catches you lacking or making any dumb decisions, he's going to call you out, and he's able to articulate himself in a way that will have the entire internet turn on you, and there's almost nothing you can do about it. Starting with Nikocado Avocado. Nick is a YouTuber who makes mukbang videos where essentially he eats and talks and, in Nick's case, cries. Now, Charlie's criticism for Nick is that he started off like as a super healthy kid who was vegan and in pretty good shape, and then completely changed everything, gave up his entire self-respect, and began to play this like delusional character that eats a ton of awful food for the exclusive reason of getting views on YouTube and, of course, making money.
Yay! Oh my god! Oh my god, this was so delicious!
But then he started to notice that the videos that gained a lot of traction were videos where he was just fucking gluttonous and eating 1,000,000 calories per sitting. So he stuck with it. And now he has a couple of channels where he does this pretty much every day, and it's been like this for the last 4 or so years.
Charlie then kind of just continues to basically show the sad reality of getting addicted to getting views and how it's not worth it, but absolutely can destroy you as a person and kind of ruin your life as it did for Nick. And like I mentioned in his intro, he constantly is breaking down on camera as well, just crying about whatever might be going on in his life. He also has a ton of health struggles, and he continues to gain weight, which has resulted in some seriously negative things in his life, going from breaking his ribs to literally being on a respirator so that when he sleeps, he doesn't die.
He claims that the weight of his body has now broken a few of his ribs, which now has him bedridden. I think he also claimed to now have to have a full-time nurse in order for him to just engage in day-to-day activities. And he also has been diagnosed with sleep apnea, I believe, which is why you'll see on his most recent thumbnails, he has like that machine hooked up to his nose that makes him look like some kind of like cyborg from the future or something. It seems to really be going downhill quickly for him.
Nick ended up responding to this within a couple of hours, Charlie's video, but it seems like the damage that Charlie talked about had already kind of shown Nick's true colors and what he was really about on YouTube, so it didn't really work out all that well. Now, although Nick got off relatively easy, that's not the case for our next guy, Brent Rivera.
And now you look like an absolute fool, and you've ruined your reputation even further, Brent, if such a thing was even possible. Somehow your audience of children are actually being aware of this now, which is the last thing I imagine you wanted to happen with the drama. You're just doing all of the wrong things here. You f***ed up, you should have just moved on from it, apologized for it, and been done with it.
Now, like Charlie said, you probably have never heard of this guy if you're over the age of 18 years old, as he makes his content for little kids. But Brent cares a lot about his image and the way that he looks online, and anybody that tries to kind of mess with that or talk about it negatively, Brent's biggest thing is to try and silence them and use the copyright system on YouTube that's incredibly false to falsely take down their channels or to take down their videos. And this is really like a cardinal sin on YouTube as a YouTuber to try and like hurt another YouTuber, but yeah, it basically is completely terrible. Now, for this specific example that Charlie's talking about, Tyler was recording a video in a haunted hotel, and Brent Rivera was also filming a video in a haunted hotel. Now, these two YouTubers ran into each other. Tyler goes up to Brent and asks him, does he fake his videos? Brent obviously got upset with this and eventually tried to get Tyler kicked out of the haunted hotel.
Both parties don't look good, but Brent Rivera and his team look significantly worse.
Cooperative and compliant with us, and I appreciate you being reasonable about it.
For sure. My apologies. Sorry, guys.
All right.
It ends as you'd expect. Brent does get them kicked out. The cops do show up, and I'm sure Brent finished that video and it sucks. I guarantee that shit is trash. But that's the conclusion here, just some petty YouTuber beef.
Now, somebody who did not get kicked out of a hotel on this list was quelcop, but not to say that quelcop is safe at all. quelcop took almost a 90% drop in audience views. But what happened? Well, SunnyV2 explains it quite well.
The first 3 videos posted in the days that followed were him bragging about his $10,000 dog, then him bragging about his custom orange G-Wagon, then him bragging about his $7.5 million penthouse apartment.
Welcome to my $7.5 million penthouse tour. Let's see if this video can hit 100,000 likes.
And it's just like, why would you post this, dude? Not only have you stated in the past that you apparently don't do YouTube for the money,
I don't care about making an extra buck on YouTube. I don't care about the money. I really genuinely do not do YouTube for the money.
but do you really think the audience wants to open up the YouTube app and instantly see something that makes them feel inferior to you? Do you think new viewers on your channel want to open up the video section and see one video saying I quit followed by 3 videos talking about how rich you are?
Quelcop also talks about how he left his YouTube group of guys because he wanted to be more creative, which Charlie absolutely destroys in this statement.
Though one of his reasons for leaving that group is
April
because he
2021.
couldn't be as creative as he wanted to be. Well, I'm glad he did that, because now creativity is the number one thing I get when looking at the channel here. Look at all these. Content he's never made before. He was really able to unlock his magnum opus of creation here.
He's basically insulting that Quelcop just remakes all of his videos over and over and over and over and over and over again, which from the looks of it seems quite true. Now, I hope that you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please consider hitting that like button, subscribing to the channel if you're new, and check out some of these other videos on screen now.